So in this tutorial, I want to show you guys exactly how I was able to make this cake bouquet. It's been a design that I saw on Pinterest and I really wanted to try it out. So I decided to do a tutorial on this. So you just need 2 layers of cake. You want a slightly taller cake for this just to get the really nice aesthetics. So I have used a 4.5-inch round cake for this, like 2 cakes that are about 350 grams each. And then you're gonna fill. You can fill with any other filling that you want. I just use buttercream frosting. Now you can use whipped cream frosting for this. I just use buttercream frosting because that's what I had. Also, I will be using Russian nozzles for this, which really require nice stiff frosting, so I opted to just use buttercream frosting. Remember, buttercream has 3 consistencies, right? Soft, spreading, and stiff. So you want to make sure when you're doing your crumb coat, you can just use the spreading or the soft, but when you're doing your piping, you definitely need it to be very nice and stiff. Now for your cake, you just need a crumb coat. You actually don't need to put a lot of frosting on your cake because you're gonna end up actually kind of covering this cake up. And so what you need to do is just do a crumb coat. So I ended up just doing a little bit of frosting on the side and the top. I smoothened this with a cake scraper, and then I came to the top and I smoothened that. So again, this particular cake bouquet design is with Russian nozzles or Russian tips, but you can use any other piped flower that you prefer or you want to do. But the Russian nozzles look really, really nice, and so I opted to do that. So I ended up just smoothing the top, again with just a thin layer of American buttercream frosting. And I do have the recipe, so you can just check in the description to see what to get to the recipe for the American buttercream frosting. Just smoothen the sides and then finish with the smoothing the top. I will mention that for this, you definitely need to make sure you have a larger board. This is why you're seeing I have a 4.5-inch cake, but I'm using a 10-inch gold cake board because this design needs enough space. It also needs a lot of height. Now, when you're done with this, you do need to make sure you have acetate paper. Now, you can buy the roll or you can buy it per meter. And then what you're going to do, I actually measured this before. I went around and measured my acetate paper before I come and cut it. And as you can see, it still ended up being quite long. Now, I didn't end up trimming the height because this ended up being what I wanted. But as you can see, I just cut the length, the side, so it fits. It overlapped a little bit, but it fit nicely. I do want 1 or 2-inch clearance at the top because I want when I pipe my flowers, I don't have the decoration that's going to be on the side interfering with my piping. So you want to make sure you leave that clearance on top. Now, make sure you just have like 2 specific colors. You can play with this the way you want to. I end up just doing like a soft red. I put like a drop of red in my buttercream and then I used a white. So I'm kind of going for the 2-tone look when it comes to this specific design. Again, you can do pink and purple, or you can do like just play around with the colors as you like. Now, I do not know the names of these Russian tips. So if you have a set, just practice with them and see if you can get one which has a similar design to this, which is like a flower. Remember, your frosting has to be really stiff. If it is not, your flowers will fall apart. This is why I keep insisting this, and this is why I personally like using buttercream with the Russian tips. But I have used them with whipped cream. I just whip it really stiff. Then what you want to do is you want to press, like apply pressure, and then when your flower has touched the surface, you want to lift up a bit so that you get that flower look. If you don't get that right, you're either going to get a very mush look or you'll get something that doesn't exactly look like a flower, which is going to be tricky. I have actually piped with Russian tips and had I had to start over again. So you have to be very careful with this because it does tend to give you issues if you don't pipe correctly. So you have to be able to pipe correctly. Once you finish piping, what you want to do is make sure you have a leaf tip. It can be any leaf tip. I like using 69, like a number 69 or number 70 leaf tip. Just make sure it's a leaf tip and then you have some green frosting. I had some light green buttercream frosting, and so that's what I use to just kind of come and add the leaves in between my flowers. So again, this is basically a bouquet of flowers. So you want to make sure that you have the nice flowers, and then you want to finish off the look with some leaves so that this looks authentic. So this is actually not a Russian tip, it's just a regular. I used a small size number 69 leaf tip, and you can just use something similar to that. I know there's multiple leaf tips, so you can just use that, and that just kind of, as you can see, finishes the very nice bouquet kind of garden look to my cake bouquet basically. So as you can see, having that extra length on top gives you that clearance to be able to pipe without worrying about your piping falling to the side. Now what you want to do after this is you want to finish the bouquet with paper on the side. Now you can use parchment paper or flower paper. I use flower paper. It is important, guys, that you use this double-sided tape. I did a tutorial recently with something similar. I tried using Scotch tape. I tried using masking tape. Please use double-sided tape. This is going to be the best way to do this, because if you don't use double-sided tape, it's going to keep coming off. I can guarantee you this happened to me. Now, you can purchase flower paper from like craft stores or anybody who sells items to like craft people or flower people. So for this, because I already had this flower paper, it comes actually like a square. And so because my cake is not that tall, I actually had to cut the flower paper into strips that are rectangular, as you can see, that are slightly taller than my design. So if your cake is like 6 inches, you want to cut like 8 inches of flower paper, because as you can see, you want clearance at the top so that you complete this sort of bouquet look. After that, you have to get very creative with how you, as you can see, I'm sort of creasing and sort of ruffling the paper and then sticking it on the paper. You have to be so careful because this double-sided tape is very strong. So when you stick it, it's very hard to get off. So you want to try your best to make sure you're just kind of very careful with how you do that. But you can actually take it off. When you're using something like this, if you're using parchment paper, it is very difficult to take it off. It's going to rip the parchment paper. So I do like, you can use parchment paper, but I prefer using this sort of flower paper. And what I did actually, just kind of wiped it with a clean cloth. You can dab a little vinegar on that clean cloth and wipe it so that it doesn't touch your cake. Like in case it touches your cake, it's food safe. But that's why you use the acetate paper, to make sure that your cake is actually food safe and the things on the side are not touching your cake and they're not touching your piping. Now, basically, as you can see, this is a lot of design. It's like it needs this technical design where you're ruffling, you're just kind of creasing the papers and you're sticking them. If it doesn't go well and you're using this flower paper, feel free to sort of unstick it and put it back. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. One thing I would say is that as much as I loved this color, this sort of clear white, next time I would look for a specific color that's like a blue, something more less, I should say something more opaque, something less see-through, just so that people don't see my tape. But we're gonna add a bow at the end, so at least you'll get to see how you can cover your tape. So I'm basically okay with it. You do have to come back and just kind of, fix the ruffles at the top and also the bottom. But as you can see, you see why I needed a larger cake. Once you adjust, as you can see, and you're happy with it, you need a bow or a ribbon to go around. Now, the best way to do this is use a material ribbon. It looks better. However, if you don't have a material ribbon, you can actually just get a paper ribbon and that can work. I did have a satin ribbon, this material ribbon. I wish it was larger. Next time I will definitely get something like 1 inch or 2. But this, I think this is like 3/4 inch. But this works as well because as you can see, it just kind of ties up your design at the end. So you just want to tie this up and do a bow. And basically that completes your design. So get a bigger bow, unlike the one I got, because it ends up looking nicer. And again, you're going to need a tall custom box for this. Like you can get the acrylic or the extended boxes for this instead, because they end up coming out better. But there you go, voila. Do try this out. And if you do try this out, do let me know. Comment below if you've ever tried this design. and make sure to watch the next video in this channel. You're definitely going to watch this next tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next video.